Hi guys, sorry the light is not that great. I'm sitting on the back porch watching the fog roll by. It's starting to lighten a little bit. It's been raining for about an hour, but just barely drizzling. You can see the fog coming through the low spots, going up in the high spots. At least I think you guys can see that a little bit. Anyway, it's about 5:30 here. I think it's 6:30 there, something like that. Today we've been working on the project. I turned off the road. I picked up my workers in my Toyota 4Runner. We opened the lift gate. All the workers climbed in the back. We left the lift gate open. And when I rounded the corner coming down this probably 1,000-foot driveway, and normally we put trucks in four-wheel drive because it is pretty steep. The Toyota doesn't have four-wheel drive. So we just drove down, and about halfway down, the brakes felt odd. And then right after that, the brake light popped on and lost all brakes. There's just nothing. You could pump it, you could slam it to the floor, no brakes. So I pulled the emergency brake all the way up, and that worked pretty well, but the back tires kept skidding. But we were running a good 30 miles an hour by the time we got to the bottom of the hill. But if we missed the bottom of the hill, we ended up in the bottom of the farm. By then, it was so bumpy, the tailgate had slammed shut on the 4Runner. All the workers were sort of trapped in the back of the car, and they were just laughing. They just thought I was driving crazy. Had no idea that there was zero brakes. And luckily, we rounded the corner and was able to put the car in like a full skid, and it just slid sideways till it stopped before we went down this hill into the farm. And so just thank God we got it stopped, because otherwise it would have been a very, very bad day. But right now we're here. My friend Hector picked me up and took me to his truck. And so he's loaned me a truck because I forgot to renew the tags on my Dodge. So he loaned me his Dodge, which is almost identical to mine. So I'll drive it for the next day or two. But we got most of the footing dug today on what's going to be the classroom or the barracks, whatever we need to use it for. So for the next couple of days, that's the agenda, is to get that footing poured and get ready to start laying blocks. And hopefully by Monday, they'll be actually laying blocks and starting to put up the walls. That's the goal. So we've got a couple other little projects going, but that's the main thing we've got going. And I am sitting on the porch. My buddy Jose sent me or brought me a cup from Texas, and I have my Stroop waffle, which if I keep advertising for them, I should get a royalty or something. But again, it's just an amazing view. Sorry you guys can't see it that well. It's that time of day when the sun's gone down. But every day that I've been here so far, it started raining about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then around this time, about dark, it starts pouring, and it'll rain. Rains on about midnight every single night so far. So we'll have to see what happens. But I have my Angry Bird blanket, and I am out here for the long haul. So when the cup of coffee runs out, I'm going to set my alarm for 30 minutes, take a nap. But tomorrow night, there's a podcast. We're going to have a couple of guests on. Some of them will be familiar. Hopefully, it'll be Billy from Billy's Bean Barn. We'll try to get Patrick Ray and maybe Barry Bizarre, a couple of the home roaster guys that I've enjoyed in the past. Try to get them on tomorrow night. We're going to talk about, we generally don't talk about politics at all, but there are so many buses driving by my house. It is incredible. 40 and 50 buses a day are driving by the house. And normally it's Leela or Vanessa. Those are the two bus lines that come through here. These are buses that are picking up people at the border of Nicaragua, and they're driving through Honduras and taking them to the border of Guatemala, where they'll pass through Guatemala. The other day in town, there was people here from India. And so my workers were just really interested because they all had their turbans on. It was really interesting. but they're headed for the United States, and just a massive, and it's the Caravan. It's the Caravan that I've heard about but never seen. But right now it is crazy how many people are coming through every day. So you guys stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to talk a little bit more with some people I know, and get a little more of the story. But mainly we'll be talking about coffee. But I'm going to try to get some pictures tomorrow of some of the buses, because I'm going to be driving that route that they're going tomorrow. So hopefully I'll meet some of the buses. But I saw a few today, but never enough time. But they're headed to the States, and they're just looking for that opportunity. So stay tuned tomorrow night. But tomorrow night's mainly going to be about the upcoming Coffee Con. A couple of people said they're going to try to go to it, but I'll be doing 2 to 4 live podcasts from Coffee Con, and then a couple recorded ones. And we're still hoping to get a confirmation from Kevin Sennett. He's written a couple coffee books. We're hoping that he will be able to do a podcast with us. So look up his books. If you haven't ordered one. They're pretty interesting. It's one of the few books that I've read. The main one I read was about brewing methods and things like that. But thanks for jumping in. I see there's like a bunch of people watching right now. So, but thanks, guys. If you have any questions, send me some emails or text, whatever, afterwards. This will be going out to Legacy Farms Coffee and Legacy Farms Coffee 2010 on Instagram. But shoot me some PMs, and I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I hope you guys are able to do the same. Y'all have a great night.